Hello and welcome to another video where this time we'll be playing Warframe. If you're seeing a trend for a bit, I am playing a bit more shooters as well. We're gonna get back to some other games, don't worry. Warframe is part of a genre that I enjoy, which are looter shooters, so we will be playing games like Borderlands at some point. I'd really like to jump back into the most recent Wonderlands game with one of the classes that came out on their season pass. So we're gonna get back into other games. I also want to play through Diablo at some point with Diablo 4 on the horizon. So starting really old with 1 and then going through 2 remastered and then 3 and then hopefully by then we'll be at 4 to play. But this video is about Warframe, and the reason why I'm playing today, which is Wednesday at this point, a dev stream, which is basically their community video with their dev team where they talk about what's going on in the game, where it's going, things that are coming down the pipeline. They celebrated their 10th anniversary of the game, which I think is crazy overall because I remember back when I was in college and some classmates were talking about it, and at the time I didn't really get it. I either didn't make the time for it or didn't really click with it. But when the PlayStation 4 came out, it was a free game, and at the time the PlayStation 4 lacked games for launch, so it's like, let me get back into this game again, and it was all right. And then a bit later, a couple of years later, heard a bit about more, heard about it a bit more, and played with my friend because they were in it at the time with some of their friends, and it was fun. Like, this game is definitely very, can be at least, like, turn the brain off, just shoot, level up your weapons. There are things about it that obviously, as I mentioned earlier on, like, I didn't click with it right away, and there are things that I believe are an entry level into the game. But once you either A, have someone who helps you with it, or B, do the research and kind of work through it, it's a bit easier. And from what I've seen, at least, their next update that comes out in April um, might make it a bit easier to get into, at least, to make things make more sense for the game overall. Um, I will say one, obviously, like this game, I am going to talk about spoilers. There are going to be things on my screen that you're going to be looking at, be like, what the heck is this? But overall for this video, and like some of the other ones that I've done, is just an intro to the game from my current standpoint. And to say that as well is that what the main focus of this video is, there's the 10th anniversary, as I mentioned, that's happening. And for this game, um, they will do specific events called alerts where you can get certain things. First of all, if you have not played Warframe before, like, this is the map. Like, these are all the worlds that are available to you. This is all the places. And then each of these, right, so I'm going to go to Demos. Each of these squares are a tile, basically, where a certain, and I say tile, but a certain area where, like, this is the infestation is what you fight, and the mission is called a mobile defense mission, where essentially you're protecting a point that's constantly moving. But as I mentioned, there are alerts for doing specific things, and there are two alerts for specific items. So, and it tells you over here, and like I said, the game's gotten better, at least about this. Talks about, like, hey, it'll make your mod capacity better on a specific weapon, and same for, and this is for your weapon, this is for your Warframe, Archwing, and Companion. So basically affecting yourself and things that you can use with you. Now, you say, Warframe. Well, what is Warframe, right? Well, Warframe's a lot of things, and to not get too spoilery, uh, this is, this and these are Warframes. So think of them like different classes that you have, right? You know, Grendel has an ability, you know, consumer of worlds and everything else, right? Their abilities focus on basically eating enemies and using that against them. Atlas is one that I really like. You know, punchy earth, rocks, you know, the Titan of stone. Ember, sounds pretty straightforward, right? And some of these, right? Hydroid Prime, Master of the Seas, Ocean, Command the Ocean's Fury. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of these. I believe they're up to 52 now, is what they're at. But I pick Loki because, as I mentioned, I first started playing Warframe, and there's a set of classes that you could pick from at the start before you kind of branch out. And Loki is one of the original ones that you could pick. So uh, holds a special place in my heart. And then you got your weapons here, right? So I just got a regular rifle, and then I got my pistols here, and then I have a melee weapon that I'm going to switch off. You can see they have ranks, right? So there's different levels of ranks. So some of these, like, I'm gonna look at and be like, okay, I don't have like this maxed out, so maybe I'll work on some Warframes, right? And for a lot of these weapons, right, like there are just so many different weapons types. There's also Mastery, which is basically your overall class level, right? So I have like a Warframe that I rank up and weapons that I rank up, and then that feeds into my overall Mastery level, which I'm at Mastery level 8. I believe they're up to like 30 now, maybe even further, I'm not sure, but basically like that unlocks, as you saw, your ability to get different weapons as well. Again, there's a lot to this game.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
I did not keep this though. The other thing that is part of it, and we talked about it before, is that there are mods. So basically you can see up here there's 16 slots, like 16 total energy that you can use to put into mods, and as you rank up something you can get more, or like this item we're getting, you can make it easier to do it. So I'm sorting by my ability, sorting by my rank is what I'm doing. So rank basically means how much that I put into it so that it does the best it can do. The other thing you'll see is this icon here. Basically, if I slot this mod with the same icon, and you see the little green light, oh look, it takes less energy. So, you know, a 9 is now a 5. And then I look at this one, and I say, okay, oh, melee damage. Well, this is a melee weapon. Awesome, right? And I see I have 6 energy left, and I don't think I have anything. I have something that reduces armor. I might just throw that on there just to use it all up, yeah. Yeah, as you level it up, after you level these up, you get more energy, you can be able to put on mods, use the items, you can equip more mods, the cycle continues for grinding. I'm gonna keep my pistols in case I need a bailout. Let's see real quick. Stormbringer. 6, no, I can't do that. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna wing it with this. Oh, by the way, I mentioned companions earlier. This is my dog, called a Kubro. This is Snowy. May not look it. This is Snowy. Bring my, yeah, good dog. Good dog. Okay, so let's go on an alert. So I'm gonna do an exterminate because, as it sounds, it's pretty straightforward, right? I'm going to go to Telesto. I do not have Telesto unlocked. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Basically I can do missions to make sure I unlock this. I don't know how I managed to... Oh, I went this way around instead of that way. Interesting. Alright, well maybe we will not do that one. We will do a defense one. Okay, yes, we will do a defense one because we have it unlocked. One of the fun, I say fun things, like fun stupid things you can do in this game that I think is nice, and I wish Destiny would let me do, is move around that ship in loading screens. But I'm gonna drop in, and here we are.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
So I got this thing right here, and they're basically telling me, hey, keep it on lock, right? Keep it on lock. Who in there? Who you? Okay, so MOAs. Man, I might have to adjust my mouse a bit. I've been all over the place. Furthermore, I might have to adjust the audio real quick. 1 second. I think that was a bit high, wasn't it? Yeah, we gotta bump this down a bit. There we go. Hopefully it didn't blow your ears out. There we go. Okay, so while I could show off this all day, right? My ability to do that. Let's create a decoy, right? Let's draw some attention away right now. And then switch to different pistols. And as mentioned, right, they're tearing through things. Okay, so that's my one ability. Get that grenade out of there. So let's figure out what my two ability is again. So where are you? Where are you guys? Okay, I disappear. Ghost amidst the shadows. Very good. Hello. There I am. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Down a level we go. Okay, so they're gonna come from me down here. Alright. So maybe one of these members, Shisha. Let's figure out what's going on here. Yeah. And I'm gonna throw another decoy there. Let's just Warframe our way through here. Shisha, Shisha, Shisha. Oh no. Okay, what's our 3 abilities? Oh, teleport. Awesome. So one of the cool things about the alerts as well, as you can tell, they're not really high stress. Some of these at least. I do like that it's kind of low entry, hey.
The low
okay.
shall never know the cool caress of your crowd.
So where are you at, PP? So if you see on the map, there's that dude. And that dude has an item called a Parvos crown. Now, I want your stuff. No, give me your stuff. Okay, maybe we're gonna have to switch to, yeah. There we go. Give. Random crown. Okay. Yeah, we... Back to the actual objective, right? Oh, and we got an osprey, little flying robot. Nothing we can't fix, guys. Nothing we can't fix. I fix. Okay. Don't think that took any hits, so that's fine. Oh, there's ammo, right? Okay. Let me just... I don't know if you can tell, I want to get... weapon. And as that just told me, I can get bounty objective things to do, so I need more energy is what I need, honestly. maybe. Okay, so we got Xmas boy over here. Alright, let's bring him down. Okay, you're throwing stuff at this. That needs to stop, right? Oh hey, why are you still... No. So I'm ranking up my war fans, sha. Okay, let's do a bit more audio management. I can still tell that that's a bit... might be a bit in our ears. Okay, so I've shown 1 through 3, so what is number 4 do, huh? Guessing it's some type of disorienting. Focus on him. And then... Sha. Oh, oh. Okay, where's the last dude or duvette? Or robot? Hi, robot. So there is a fun thing about this game as well, is that there's a lot of fun about this game. What am I talking about? Fun thing about this game is those robots, those MOAs. You can actually build your own. So pretty nice. Hi. Where are you hiding? And this game does a pretty great job of keeping it updated, keeping content coming. Right? It is a free-to-play game as well, so if you're on the fence about it, you can at least like download it, play it, try it. Not really pay to win or anything like that. It's a fun game overall. And again, like I mentioned with the dev stream thing, you know, they take care of it. They try to listen to the fans, like with any game, obviously. You know, there are places where you hear the vocal minority or hear people saying, "Hey, this is what no one wants." I think this game, the worst that it has for that, I say worst, is, you know, update comes out and someone's like, "Hey, you know, this robot gets stomped in the cutscene. We don't want the robot to die." And it's a nice little community effort. And then they're like, "Fine, we'll save the robot," you know. And it's actually something that happened. Popcorn the MOA. It's a really fun thing that they did. That, you know, jokingly, communities, you know, talking about this, and they're like, "You know what? Fine. Yeah, we can deal with that." Other thing, this little detail, if you watch these cables, by the way, they will become damaged as there is more damage. So if I let this take more damage, you might see some of the other ones become more frayed. And if you can't tell, by the way, I love melee weapons, so anything where I can kind of punch away. Am I getting more cables knocked off? I see them. Hopefully that's not like a Mandela effect thing where I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. It never happened. I feel like it was a real thing. It was real to me, at least. Okay, what's going on here? Where's everybody coming from? Where you at, guys? Come on. Swippy swappy zoo. This game does have crossplay as well. There is also cross progression coming, which I'm very excited for because I think as more possible as platforms are allowing it, and it's becoming something that companies can realistically pull off. It's amazing to be able to say, hey, I want to go from PC, my Xbox, to my PlayStation, and back or whatever, and the crossplay thing as well. Like, I want to be able to play with my friends. I completely understand the idea of like, hey, we want to make sure we do it right, because the last thing you want is somebody losing something that they fought really hard for, grinded for, or they're a founder, right, of the game, and then they've lost something that they've had since you brought the game along. Man, did I must have imagined some of these other ones breaking. Oh well. Oh, you want to come to me, big boy? You want to? Oh, okay. Fine. Slice. Oh, okay. Let's do one of these numbers. Find you. Yeah. Another thing that this game does, and I will try to show it off when we get back. Shippy ship is, I find it very interesting. I just haven't reached the entry level to really engage with it, I guess, or play online with other people to really engage with it. They have a system that is, I'm going to say similar. It's not the same, but is similar to like the Nemesis system from Shadows of Mordor and everything like that. Which is really cool. Essentially, right, you make your own Nemesis. Your own, can I say Nemesis again? WB is gonna find me. No, basically like how you kill them affects how they interact with you and what they're able to do, and it's a really cool idea and concept. Again, I just haven't gotten into it myself, but there's always time. The neat thing about online games, and games like this that are always going to get content, it's always got to be there. As long as, granted, as long as fan base is supporting it, then it's always gonna be there. But okay, where are you? Oh, okay, hi. Hi. Oh, hello. I think I'm gonna give you guys this person. Why do you guys keep getting stuck down there? Are you hiding? Don't hide. Don't be afraid. Alright, so we got 2 waves left, I think. That's what it looks like, at least. Alright. Let's, pull the rifle back out. Yeah, that's some fun. I will say one of the things that really got me into this game is the introduction, or I say introduction, using bows. I love the punch through effect that they put in for the bows. So visceral. Maybe if I've got some time left in this video, I'll show it off. Or I'll make some time in this video. How about that one? Alright, shield boy. Hi. I always find it funny in games like this, right? You know, you've got something invisible. Like, you the player are invisible, and you're shooting somebody. You're just kind of standing in front of them, right? Oh boy, okay. We're gonna deal with this really quickly, clearly. I don't necessarily think it's gonna grow out of control, but we're going to stop it before it does. Is there still? No. Alright, cooling robot. No mercy. And we did it. And there we go. So you can see over there, right, my melee weapon ranked up to 11. It's a lot. You can see right in the middle, 145 melee kills.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Yeah, got my crown, got my different currencies for stuff. This game does have a lot of currencies, I will say. But yeah, that was one of the missions for it, for this 10-year anniversary that they're doing, or I say 10-year anniversary that they're doing. It's at least part of the items that they give out after the dev stream for 24 hours if you do the quest. What was I gonna show? The other thing. So right, so now I can go to here, I go to my upgrades, and rather than, you know, what was it, 16, now I'm at 22, right? So then I look at this and be like, well, if I take off my Shattering Impact, I have, oh, okay, if I take off my blood, if you go away, there we go, right click goes a long way, right? I have 12 now, so then I'm like, haha. So then I can do critical damage, so really tear through with these things, which is good because it looks like they already have a pretty good crit multiplier. And this is a stat heavy game, so you can really get lost in it. But it's 10 years, I think, is an amazing feat for any game. You know, I think about online games as a whole, right, that die within...
Do you remember the old war, Operator?
Oh,
Or
I
this
wish I
seems
did.
to have misplaced those memories.
Yeah, you know, online games nowadays that don't last a year or 2 years or 3 years, right? You know, and big AAA online games. And then you have this indie company that has this idea, they have this concept, and they bring it to life, and 10 years later they have this game, they're making another game that's fantasy based. Um, but no, this game's amazing. It's going to keep going, and I look forward to playing more of it, honestly, on this channel, and seeing what more I can do. I think the mastery system is a good way to keep people going. And like any other game, right? People who zero in on this are going to barrel through that, and then they're going to say, "There's nothing left to do." But I'm definitely going to slowly chip away at these things and keep going with this. But if you, one, if this is your first time watching any Warframe content, what did you think about it? Is there anything that you want to see played or want to know about with Warframe and maybe I could show off? And if you play Warframe, what platform do you play on? What update were you most interested in? Like what drew you into Warframe and when? Um, again, this is I think a good thing about this game, and I mentioned, is like the community is a solid part about it, and I I like that because that means as long as you have developers that are going to listen to the community and a community that's going to be receptive or going to be nurturing to new players, you're going to continue to thrive, and that's part of I think what's carried them 10 years. But enough about that. Um, Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for continuing to watch the content, and I hope you all have a very nice day.